like trying out a new restaurant or squeezing into a size 6 dress when you know you're really an 8.
Hi guys, welcome back. So in this video, this man is getting cancelled for what he did, you guys. So anyway, this palm color man adopted a black baby, and then he went on TikTok and called black people to come and, give him advice on how he should take care of his baby's hair because he doesn't know nothing. But the discomfort also comes in with how he was brushing his baby's hair. Like, are you even feeling that you're a strong arm man and trying to brush this baby's hair like she's a 14-year-old with coarse hair? What are you doing? Anyway, so he's gotten cancelled, you guys. So I have put in some stitches together for you and a video that is digging out every red flag about why this man should not be with this baby. Did I mention he's an ex-offender? Not to judge, but you're gonna see for yourself. So let me roll the stitches and I'm gonna be back.
I'm hoping to get this TikTok over to Black TikTok. Any black parents, we have adopted a black baby. Her name is Zoe, and I don't know what to do for her hair. I have this little brush. I have something from Shea Moisture. I really don't know what to use, so please, any black parents or anyone who knows what to do with black children's hair, please help me in the comments. Thank you.
About how I would make this video. So I'm going to preface with, I'm going to do my best to be trauma informed. I'm going to do my best to be child and family centered. And I'm going to do my best not to, I really don't want to shame anyone about addiction or criminal history. Because as y'all see, my PFP is my mugshot of when I was human trafficked. And so I do understand the criminal system and how it can affect people. So let's go. As you guys know, since yesterday, I've been covering the story of the white adoptive father with the black daughter, and he has black talk for help. So I've already made videos about like him deleting the videos. There's such and everything else, right? My team and I did some research yesterday on his public platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and there was a lot of troubling things. Off the bat, the first thing I found troubling is that he and his partner were in the room when the delivery was being done, taking photos and videos of this birth mom. And I don't know if they got her consent or not, but she's in very exposing positions. And any mother would know, like when they're giving birth, they don't want to be in those type of photos and positions, especially on adoptive parents' platforms. And like I explained yesterday, the immediate skin-to-skin wound wet is an issue, and it causes maternal separation trauma. But after looking through his social media, there's so many red flags. The second red flag will be chokeable items, choking hazards. He's placed baby rings, as you see here, on the baby. There's also multiple videos of her wearing cardigans with small buttons that she should not be wearing. And the most concerning video or photo that I saw was the baby in their rocker, unsecured, sitting neck to chest. The reason they should never be in that position is because they could die from something called positional asphyxiation. Literally, they could suffocate because a baby's windpipe is the size of a flexi straw. And if it's bent, imagine a flexi straw being bent, there's nothing that can get through that straw. So if a baby's neck is to their chest, there's no way that their airway is actually correct and the baby is struggling to breathe. Another concerning thing I saw on his profile was that days after the baby was born, he had his baby outside doing public events. And right now, with COVID making its way back up and RSV, we should really be protecting the most vulnerable, which are infants and old people. But to take it a step further and to place this baby on public items outside that are 3 to 4 feet in the air and to take steps back to take a photo, that is child endangerment, if you ask me. I'm so sorry. Because at any moment that baby could roll, and we don't know what type of germs are on these surfaces. There's also photos of the baby improperly placed in car seats with large jackets that baby should not be placed in car seats with, as well as the baby being swaddled in a rocker unsecure, with a dog right next to the buttons to operate the rocker. But my number one biggest concern is how they legally adopted this child. In his original video, he said that the child was placed with him, which insinuated that this was a foster care situation. After my research, it's not looking like a foster care situation. In fact, I would pay a whole month's salary to say that this is not a foster care situation. In my opinion, this is a private adoption that no agency was involved in. And if there was an agency, this agency was corrupt as hell. Why do I say this? This is the part where I'm trying to be the most sensitive. After looking on Will's page, you will learn that he is a 10-year recovering addict from intravenous use, which is fantastic. Recovery is a lifelong process. I work with parents who are actively in recovery, and people with addictions can be great parents, especially if they have resources and they have the community. But just like a lot of people who struggle with addiction, there usually comes a criminal history. And unfortunately, on Will's page, on his Facebook page, he posted this photo showing Will how proud he was of his growth, which, you know, we are all proud of. If you know anything about addiction, if you know anything about the criminal justice system, if you can get yourself out of those two things and make a great life for yourself, that is amazing. My question is, how did a convicted felon do a legal adoption in the state of Texas where you're not allowed to be a convicted felon and adopt in the state of Texas? Well, I believe that some of these policies are unfair. Absolutely. You know, I believe, like I said, felons can make their lives better. They can be rehabilitated. People who struggle with addiction can get better and become amazing parents. But that's not the policy. The policy says no. And my biggest issue with this is whenever I talk about adoption, people say, well, the parents, the birth parents, were just crackheads and convicts. So why do they deserve to raise their children? My question is, we know that children are removed because parents struggle with addictions. We also know that children are removed because parents are convicted felons. So how did we allow an adoptive parent who's a convicted felon and a recovering addict, how do we allow them to adopt a child that they clearly didn't do any research on top of all the other red flags? In 2024, I'm staying child and family centered. And the only thing I'm concerned about is the safety of the child. So Will, I'm asking you, what agency did you go through? And did they do a background check? And if they did, how were you approved? Let me know and always shine your light. I stayed up majority of the night.
I'm hoping to get this TikTok over to Black TikTok. Any Black parents, we have adopted a Black baby. Her name is Zoe, and I don't know what to do for her hair.
I already feel sorry for that baby because that man just got on the internet and told everybody that he does not have Black friends. There is nobody in his community that he can reach out to personally who can help him. That man's existence is all white. And so that child is not going to have people in their community that look like them. And he's going to have to go out and find that community. Maybe he's already started. Maybe he's looked into groups. I hope he's looked into groups. But the fact that he has to do that now at his big age, it's a bad sign. And honestly, when I see Black children adopted by white people, I don't think to myself, oh, what a good white person. I'm always concerned for the child, for what they are going to have to experience, and for all of the ways that their parent is not going to be well equipped to be able to help them. In fact, I'm actually thinking about all the ways that their parents could harm them and make things worse. In that video, the cluelessness of that man is just proof of it. He don't have no friends. He don't got no friends. Brushing a newborn baby's hair all hard like that. Nobody in real life could have told him before he made that video. That child is in danger.
I don't know how the adoption process worked, but this video annoyed the hell out of me. Watch it and tell me what you think.
I'm hoping to get this TikTok over to Black TikTok. Any Black parents?
She is absolutely beautiful. But do they not have friends, Black friends, who they could have picked up the phone and called and asked about Black hair? Did they have to bring it to TikTok? Is she just for show? Like, it's something weird.
I'm hoping to get this TikTok over to Black TikTok. Any Black parents, we have adopted a Black baby. Her name is Zoe, and I don't know what to do for her hair.
Y'all are gonna think this is so mean, but I really don't care. It really blows my mind how white people can get on this platform and literally ask Black people how to take care of their kids. Like, on some real shit, it really just reminds me of slavery. Like, Black people were forced to take care of white people kids and probably didn't have not one fucking clue on how to take care of them white kids. And guess what? They figured it the fuck out. Literally, they figured it the fuck out. And what really kills me is that throughout y'all whole process in adopting that baby, because I'm adopted, you at some point learned the sex of the baby, the race of the baby, X, Y, and Z. You learned all that at some point in the process, and you didn't take that time, I don't know, to educate yourself. And then what also gets me is that a caseworker gave y'all that baby. A caseworker gave y'all that baby, and y'all don't know how to take care of something as simple as the baby's hair. Okay.
I'm hoping to get this TikTok over to Black TikTok. Any black parents? We have adopted a black baby. Her name is Zoe, and I don't know what to do for her hair.
God forbid he asked black people for advice.
God forbid this man pick up a book. God forbid this man build a community with black people off the internet in order to help him raise this child. God forbid this man join a support group for transracial adoptive parents. There's nothing wrong with asking questions or needing help when it comes to raising a child. But your black baby should not be your first black friend. This is not like trying out a new restaurant or squeezing into a size 6 dress when you know you're really an 8. If you're going to take it upon yourself to adopt a child from a background that is not your own, then you need to do the basic amount of homework before that child comes into your home in order to make sure that you're not only able to take care of them, but you are prepared for the conversations that will come up throughout their life as they navigate a world that is not built for them. This reminds me of that doctor who got on here recently and was like, why do black patients talk on their phone when they're in appointments with me? Because similar to that doctor, while this guy claims he doesn't know how to do his child's hair, what he does know is that if he calls on black people, they will come running to his rescue because he can't be bothered to do the homework to raise his own child. I will also add that I have a huge problem with people using their children as content on the internet. And in this case, it's extra worrisome because the child is adopted. You are violating your child's privacy, and it's also very disrespectful to the biological family of that child who could possibly see this content. I'm not a parent and I'm not an adoptee, but I have watched a lot of content from transracial adoptees and from mixed race children with white parents. And the common theme in a lot of that content is that it's really hard to deal with a parent who does not understand their privilege and is constantly spewing microaggressions at you, or is just outrightly being racist and or does not know how to protect you from their racist family members or dealing with racism out in the world. And that's why people are rightfully upset about this video. It's not just that he asked a question. It's that many of us are worried about the life that this young black girl will lead in the hands of someone who, by his own admission, is not ready to parent her.
Black parents or anyone who knows what to do with black children's hair, please help me.
No, I didn't know Angel was going to play this clip, but as soon as it started playing, it was sea walking all over my nerve. I mean, Dub C walking. Keep it gangster, y'all. Keep it gangster. No, he's definitely using that baby as a prop. Yeah, it's very annoying just doing it for views, nothing more. When I heard his voice and heard what he was talking about, I was like, okay, maybe it's like, maybe the baby does have like a tight nap to her hair. Mm-hmm. This baby got the same type of hair my son Kai does. It don't get no easier to do that baby's hair. Y'all, he's got a soft bristle brush and the brush is just easily combing through this baby's hair with ease. There's no difficulty there. Mm-hmm. That's extremely easy.
Yes.
Ain't nothing difficult about that baby's hair. Maybe once she get older and her hair texture changes, maybe, but ain't nothing difficult about doing that baby's hair. Shut up. Get out of here with that fake crap. That's really got me pissed off. Using these babies as a goddamn prop accessory to get more views. Come on now.
Remember you guys when I talked about this man be brushing that baby's hair like he's a 14-year-old coarse hair? You know, falsy hair, that's black people hair. So I'm wondering 6 years from now how he's gonna be combing this baby's hair here. And yes, it's not the question that made us upset. What makes me upset is what he's doing and not taking the time to research or anything. Because even pregnant women go through the social media to see if the baby is 4 months old, how's the baby looking? You know, that kind of thing. How would you entrust yourself with the whole life of a human being and yet believe that the social media is going to teach you how to take care of this human? This is a lot. I have goosebumps on me right now. And the fact that he seems not to have black friends around him, because then why do you have to go to social media to ask for these things and expose yourself like that over a life? How would I believe you have any idea about the culture? If she grows up and starts asking you questions, what are you going to say? You know, this man is definitely using this baby for views. And someone said in other videos that I watched, somebody said he recently just even opened another account so that, you know, views can start piling in. What is going on with this world? It is so sad, and I hope that this baby can find safety somehow, some way. Somebody should grab that baby from this man, because it's just not okay. That is why I also believe and agree that the adoption was done privately and was definitely not through a legal institution, because you heard how that man explained about the laws that is attached to an ex-offender and everything. He is not allowed to be taking care of that baby. Forgive me, I am not going to be the judge here. If he has changed and everything, that's it, yes, but how did he get the baby? Man, guys, let me know how you feels about what is going on here in the comment section. Remember to subscribe to this channel, because I'm gonna be back.